fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, holy shit, oh fucker, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, bullshit, son of a bitch, what the hell? Oh motherfucker, goddamn bullshit, holy shit, oh holy shit, bullshit, goddamn motherfucker, oh fucking bastard, goddamn fucking shit, son of a motherfucking bitch, oh shit, ba-da-die, wow. Fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, holy shit, oh fucker, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, son of a bitch, what the hell? Oh motherfucker, goddamn bullshit, holy shit, oh holy shit, bullshit, goddamn motherfucker, oh fucking bastard, goddamn fucking shit, son of a motherfucking bitch, oh shit, oh motherfucker, goddamn bullshit, holy shit, oh holy shit, bullshit, goddamn motherfucker, oh fucking bastard, goddamn fucking shit, son of a motherfucking bitch, oh shit, son of a motherfucking bitch, oh shit, ba-da-die, wow, bullshit, goddamn bullshit, fucking piece of shit, oh yeah, fuck.
I've been roaming around always, looking down, and all I see painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the streets. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody.
Welcome to Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Bodi Pozi Comedy. Please welcome to the stage the cast of Bodi Pozi Comedy.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming out tonight to Bodi Pozi Comedy. We do short form improv, musical short form improv, and just have some fun. And tonight is actually our last night in this time slot on Friday. We are going in August to be first Saturday at 7 p.m.
Oh,
Woo!
first Saturday, 7 p.m. Oh,
So remember that and come back the first week of August at 7 p.m.
Oh.
and see us then. We will also be unveiling our new name. At some point, maybe tonight. So, we're going to get started and just jump into some games for you. We're going to start with a game called Genre Twist. Chris is going to be on guitar. And how this game works is you pick a well-known song that we'll sing for you, but we'll sing it in a genre that you also choose. So not the same genre it's in, that would just be karaoke, and you can go other places for that. Yeah, so is there we also look up lyrics, so we don't have to totally know it, but is there a song you'd be Yes, interested. Anyone?
Poker face.
Poker face. And a genre.
Polka.
Polka poker face. I think, Derek, because you listen to so much Weird Al, that you'd be really good at this.
I'm down. I'm ready.
All right. Chris, you got polka on the guitar? They're gonna do it. I believe in them. Woo! Give it up for Derek and Chris.
I want to hold them like they do in Texas Place. Hold them, hit them, raise them, baby, stay with me. I love it. Love games, introductions, play the cards with spades to short. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's his heart. Oh, 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 I get him hot. Show him what I got. Oh, 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 oh. I'll get him hot and show him what I got. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker face. He's got to love nobody. Can't read my, no, he can't read my poker. Polka!
This is part of it. Okay. Oh yeah. Great job. Can we give it up one more time for Derek?
Thank you.
Doing
Thank you.
face. A la polka face. Yes. All right. Let's do this again. Anybody got a different song, maybe, but not a pop song this time?
How about the Muppet Show theme as a country song?
I don't know if I know the Muppet Show theme.
It's hard to put on music.
Okay, as a country, I can do that. Let me get it up. All right, take it away, cowboy. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise a curtain on the Muppet Show tonight. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show. To introduce our guest, that's what I'm here to do. So it really makes me happy to introduce you to, ladies and gentlemen, okay, you, that wasn't country. So now let's get it started. Why don't we get it started? It's time to get it started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational. This is what we call the Muppet Show.
Good job.
All right.
This is the part of the show where we select a random audience member to join us on stage for the rest of the show.
Oh!
Oh, yay! Ayla, thanks for taking one for the team. Oh, I met Ayla before the show. Just kidding. She's in the show.
Welcome.
Yay. Would you like to do a genre twist? All right. So, you weren't here for this. The game is picking a popular song and then picking a different genre to sing it in.
So we need a popular song.
Popular song.
What year?
Popular 90s, 2000s. Or musicals, like, well-known musicals.
Single ladies.
Single ladies.
Good one, good one.
And what genre would you like to hear that in? So it can't be pop. Opera. Lyrics. Get her the
Alright.
lyrics.
I got it.
Okay.
Think
Give it up for Ayla.
Is it all with single ladies? All the single ladies. 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 Now put your hands up. Up in the club, just broke up, doing my own little thing. You decided to dip and now you want to trip cause another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me, don't pay him any attention. Cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. Cause if you like it, you should put a ring on it. If you don't be mad that you see that he wanted. Cause if you liked it, you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it.
Woo! Great job. And scene. That was genre twist. That was really fun. Thank you for all of your suggestions. So the next game we're going to play is Oracle, which is where we all become one being.
Named?
Named the Oracle.
Name the god.
Okay.
And
And
that the oracle will be.
You want-
Carl? Sarah? Who do you want to hear? Joe.
Joe.
It will be Joe.
Okay. We're going to be Joe. We're going to come together as Joe, and we're going to answer your burning questions about life, the universe, science, relationships, anything. Joe has the answer.
And when Joe has spoken, the answer will have been given.
Yes. All right.
So, any questions burning inside of you? Any questions that have kept you up at night?
Maybe there's something that you do and you think to yourself, is this weird? And you can ask the Oracle if this is weird.
Or Joe.
You can ask Joe.
Joe, I've got 2 pennies, 5 cars, 6 dimes, and a dog named YOLO. What should I eat for lunch tomorrow?
Joe heard, what should I eat for lunch tomorrow?
What?
Should I
Eat.
For?
Lunch.
tomorrow?
Cows?
Could
Really?
Eat.
All?
the grass.
For
Dinner.
However, they
will
Not.
because they
might
Want.
some vegetables
to
Consume.
with pebbles.
As.
We decipher
each
Moo.
meal. We
use
Science.
to illuminate
rain clouds
That.
exhibit yummy
yummy
Thought.
the show.
as
Spoken.
Oh.
oh man.
You gotta eat
That
your
was
thoughts.
So pebbles and vegetables. So I think what we got there.
So grape nuts.
Yes. That's probably what he meant. All right. Any other burning questions? Joe's just warming up. I can feel it. You need some advice. Give us a question.
So this turning point in my life, I'm wondering what I should do for a career. I'm really, really striving to find a zone that I need to get into. So what zone should I be in for my future career?
All right. Which zone should they be in for their future career? Joe, come back.
Hold my hand.
What
Zone
Should.
I be
in
For.
my future
career
Auto.
consumption? Never.
heart
No one.
Except me.
so
Get.
Ready for
eaten
Oil.
and metal.
together
You.
Will save
each
Dime.
and own
mouth
Full.
of metal.
Metal.
Let's keep
planning
This.
supposedly future
investment
In.
tomorrow by
investing
Labor.
superstitiously into
ourselves
Computers.
frequently blow up
businesses
Always.
determine success
the
Joe.
has spoken.
oh wow that seemed like good advice.
It did.
Eating metal.
He's really warmed up.
That was good.
So invest in grape nuts.
Yeah, more metal.
Coming
Yes.
around eating metal.
Coming around.
There's in Guinness Book of World Records there's that person that eats airplanes, so I think that is a small market of eating
Wait, and
cars. Eating like a whole car or a whole airplane, that's something people do.
what? Oh, I've only seen someone eat a couch.
Stop, you guys are making me hungry.
All right. Unless there's any burning things, Joe
Have you
might
seen-
leave us for the night.
Have you seen Jackie Kennedy is hungry for scrap metal?
No.
There's a meme going around that Jackie Kennedy Onassis takes pictures like this, like she wants to eat scrap metal, like that was her smile.
Aww.
Well, that brings us to a fun game that I'm going to suck at because I'm supposed to guess who's at my party, and I don't know who that person was. So this is going to go well. We're going to play party game.
Yes.
I'm going to host a pride party. That's what he just said. Yes, I'm going to host a pride party, but I have to guess who my guests are. So I'm going to leave the room. You're going to assign them people, and I'm going to have to figure out who they are.
And goodbye, Jessie Gould. She's lovely, isn't she? Jessie Gould. She's a doctor. So
Did you
let's
say I was
get-
adopted?
Oh, you were a
She's
doctor.
adopted. Don't tell her. No parents there. Orphan. Okay, she's not listening. So we want 3 queer people. If you can.
Celebrities, not people, not your friends or family members.
Sure.
Celebrities.
Sure. People that everybody knows.
They have to be celebrities?
They have to be well known. It could be like
Politician,
author.
musician.
I was going to say, you need to have the person seriously trying to get you to invest in NFTs and Bitcoin.
Can you name a gay dude? You don't know any gay celebrities?
Why are you?
Be nice to the audience.
Lesbian celebrities?
Okay, Little Nas X. We got one. Okay, that's up in the air. It's up in the air.
2 more.
Little Nas X.
Let's get you a picture of Elliot Page, but I can't.
Oh, good. That's one.
Elliot Page.
Take Elliot Page. Who? Liberace. I love it. That's great. Okay, so who wants?
I'll do Elliot.
Good. So that leaves us Little Nas X and Liberace. Who do you want?
You pick.
Oh boy. I mean, well, do you know? I guess I know some Little Nas X songs, but I'd rather play Liberace.
You pick.
Okay, I'll do Little Nas X. I know
Okay,
songs.
get you.
All right, and let's welcome back our beautiful and talented, most loveliest doctor. She's adopted, Jessie Gould.
We need more alcohol in this punch. It should be coming any minute now. I'm nervous. Okay. Hi.
Hi,
Come
thanks for
on
having
in.
me. Thank you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I just thought I'd dress up a little for my first party.
I mean, just turn it that a little.
Oh, wow.
Skin tight leather, we match.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
do.
You look stunning.
Did you also use some talcum powder?
The talcum, it's not actually good for you, the talcum powder.
Oh.
So it's totally out. My makeup artist doesn't let me touch the talcum powder. It's out. No more talcum powder.
Okay.
We kicked it down an old dirt road.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on in. You almost like windows.
Sorry, yeah, it's been a long day. I almost ran to your door. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm so happy you're here.
Thanks. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Help yourself. There's some punch with a lot of alcohol in it.
Nice.
There's a mirror if you want to just stare at yourself.
Nice. Actually, do you have like a hair tie? I haven't been to see my barber lately, and I really don't like my hair this long. Gives me like the wrong gender expression. Thank you.
Okay.
I like to be,
Shorter hair.
present masculine.
All right. No, you look hot.
Thanks.
Oh, just a moment. I'll get that. Come on in. Oh. Did you knock and then run back? Oh, wow.
Oh, mirror.
He just flew in the room.
Is that an angel or a ghost? I didn't.
Oh, leather like Elvis nice.
Oh, I thought you'd been.
Thank you.
Let me see. Fringe.
Oh, yes. My leather with fringe.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, yes.
What a nice party you have.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I think I like you. Yes. So, Do you have any new albums coming out?
I'm not really talking about that yet. You know, it's I'm working on something. But
Okay, you tease.
you know,
Man, this is one of the famous musicians out right now. One of the most famous. What are you talking about? I know you're just up there in the numbers.
Well, but did you just have a documentary come out?
Maybe.
Speaking of documentary, I saw you in, was it a documentary? You were playing a part. Alaska.
I play lots of parts. Yeah, I've recently, I've put my own video game out. I'm in a show on Netflix right now. I even got to show my transition in the show on Netflix, so that my character also transitioned when I was transitioning. So pretty
I'm so
cool.
happy that you can be yourself, Elliot.
Thank you. Oh man, I think I left my stove on.
Oh no. That's the hardest part, is leaving your stove on.
he's
So,
been working on his body. You ever seen a Canadian in Pilates?
okay, you don't have to sing your songs here, Lil Nas X.
All right,
We know them, and we want new ones.
I'm working on it. Oh,
Don't we want new ones, Elton?
Oh no, would you like to see my fingers do something crazy?
all right. I'll get to work.
I am every mother's dream for their gay son.
So you're not Elton.
No, I am dead.
Oh,
You don't know my singing voice.
Beethoven?
No, I can play Beethoven fast and flashy for you.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Like Liberace?
Like my piano with the mirror. Yes, thank you so much. Do you mind if I stay here? It takes a lot to get up.
Yeah, you can stay
Thank
right
you
there,
so much.
Liberace. Welcome my team back up here. So fun fact, I only know about Liberace because I used to take dance lessons right next to the Liberace Museum growing up in Las Vegas.
Whoa!
Yes, I never went in the museum though. Yes, all right. So next, we are going to play a game called Musical Fairy Tale. Ayla is going to be the conductor, and we are going to, with 3 different genres, retell one of your favorite fairy tales, Disney movies, popular movie, even if you don't want, if you want to switch it up a little bit. So what we're going to need for this are 3 genres to sing in to start. So, do you have any genres in mind?
Music genres.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Rap. One more.
Celtic. Celtic, Irish.
Irish.
3.
Awesome. So we have
Metal.
metal, rap,
Rap.
and Irish. All right.
And we need a fairy tale. So if there are a story, a Disney movie, like a well-known story or storyline. It could be any movie. It could be a
Hopefully one we know, but it's fun too if we don't.
I'll be
we
heavy
throw
metal.
We're not going to do it if we don't know it.
Aladdin? All right.
Good.
I'll do rap.
Okay.
So you'll do
Rap.
help. I already said metal.
Good. I wanted Celtic.
All right. About Aladdin.
Aladdin. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
They thought I was just a street rat, but what do they think now about that? What are they saying about me? Now I've been down in the cave so wealthy.
Wealthy. I hope to be wealthy one day. But I'm covered in sand. The sun bears down on me.
It's a desert, and there's bread in the desert, but I cannot afford bread in the desert.
fucking bread. I gotta get some money.
I have my only friend, a little monkey. My little monkey climbs around with me.
But they don't know what it's like to be so poor. They don't know what it's like living in my door. So I'm gonna take up what I can. I'm gonna go with this really strange man.
I'm gonna go in the cave and stroke it, stroke it. I'm gonna go in the cave and rub that lamp. I'm gonna put some flames all over the cave and I'm gonna summon a genie on the lamp.
I found this genie and poof, out the lamp. There is a genie before me and I asked him to help. My poor self is starving and hot. I have sand in places where sand ought not.
Yo, he's offering me friendship, never end shit. This is awesome. All I gotta do is make some wishes, leave him around, get some bitches. And what I'm saying,
Bring me a princess! Bring me a princess! I want a parade! I want a parade!
Oh, parade right out of this cave and boo! The genie zapped me back to the sand. And in Arabia land,
love is not something you can wish for. It's not something you can even get a gift for. So I decided to become a royal. But I don't know what rhymes with royal.
She's not some prize to be won. I'm not a guy with more than a carpet. Not some prize to be won. Her dad is short. Does that mean she has bad genetics?
They say I'm fabulous. They say I'm fabulous. But am I really fabulous when I look really drab in this? Princess, please let me take you for a ride. I'm gonna take you on my magic carpet ride. We gonna end up with so much fucking pride.
Snake, snake, the guy is a snake. He got a weird spell and he became a snake. And now everything is scary. Scary, 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 snake, scary.
He's a fucking snake. You know what a snake
Scary.
oh, that evil, evil wizard is casting spells at us, but we can fight him. Help us, genie. The genie
But she
gives
knows
us
I'm poor.
some magic.
Yeah, she knows I'm
Magic.
poor. Does she even want me back at her door?
Magic.
The building is rolling over me,
of the genie.
and I'm stuck in the window. Stuck in the window with my monkey, and we're gonna survive this building rollover.
And I'm gonna get her out. I'm gonna be able to write about this moment that we become unity. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make true to my friend. I'm gonna set him free, but he gonna still wanna be with me. Hell yeah, we all gonna be together, man. We're gonna end this and kill that snake.
And we fly back to the desert for a second time. Here in the desert we fight the evil wizard. My genie, 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 you're a great blue man. Well, won't you, please, won't I let you? Please, sir, I wish you.
Everyone has a genie but me. Everyone gets to wish and be happy.
But yo, my genie got taken by the bad guy. She's going crazy. What if I die? He'll never be free, and neither will we. What are we gonna do about this? Oh, that was easy.
Genie, genie, I set you free.
He's a free genie.
Diamond in
He's
the
a
rough, get my diamond in the rough. Yo, diamond in the rough, shoot my diamond in the rough. Yo, diamond in the rough, shoot my diamond in the rough. For the rest of my days, shoot my diamond in the rough. Yo, diamond in the rough, put my diamond in the rough, shoot my diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough, she's good.
Rich princess.
This wizard has destroyed your house.
Princess, and a tiger as well, and a monkey, and a tiger as well, and a monkey.
Yo. Yo. That was exactly how I remember it. I don't know about all of you.
I feel like mine drifted into Irish shanty.
Yeah, that's what worked. I was gonna
They got
go
on
like
boats. Yeah.
Bagpipes.
yeah. I was gonna go like punk Irish if I did that one. Yeah.
I committed strongly to Evanescence.
It worked.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Leaned really hard into the Amy Lee.
Yes. All right, we got 2 more games for you all. The next one we're gonna play is a game called No P, and that's the letter P. We're not gonna like trying to hold it. We didn't drink a lot before this. So what this is 2 people will come out to create a scene from nothing, an improvised scene, but they can't say one letter. Whatever letter you tell us we can't say, we can't say it. Whoever does say it is out. The person who doesn't wins and gets to live on to the next round and play again against a new person. So, to get us started, Chris and Derek are going to start. And what's a letter you don't want them to say? T. And then can we get a location of where their scene's going to take place? San Francisco with, you can't say T. Good thing you can say San Francisco.
Bushman! 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 Would you like a selfie? $5.
You know, Charles, it's really good to see you.
You said it.
Oh, right, I forgot
All
what's
right, Illustrator. You went so fast, Chris. That was impressive. Let's see if we can knock him out.
All right, we need a letter. A letter of the alphabet in English. R. Okay. And we need a location.
Circus.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen! Wouldn't you like to see this next act? Ayla, the Steel Whacker.
Whacker?
There's a lot of machines back there. Like the very last
I didn't
time.
get one word in.
You were playing drums. I was going to be a tiger that didn't say R. That would have been too
I
easy.
could have said rat-a-tat-tat, and I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I
Need
heard
another
that.
letter.
I was listening for. I was listening for
I was
R's.
trying to say drummer and percussion, but both of those have R's, so.
All right, new letter. Z. All right.
Okay.
And new location.
The mall.
Hey, girl. How did you find parking? Okay.
Oh my gosh, Stacy, you'll never guess what happened
Oh
in
my
the
God,
parking
what?
lot. I went to go to park, and this person just came up and just parked.
In your spot?
Right, my blinker was on and everything.
Oh my God, that's so fucking rude.
So rude. Okay, so Claire's.
Totally.
Oh my God. Okay, You ready for another ear piercing?
Yeah. Race you to the second floor.
Oh my gosh.
Man. So I was thinking instead of my ear, like maybe I do something else.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know. What else do they do here at Claire's?
Maybe like your nose or your lip.
Okay.
Or like that nose or this nose.
Ooh, yeah, in between the nose. I might get a between the nose. Look like
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'll try to find, oh my, is that Sarah? No, let's not, we can't do this anymore.
You don't want to get a piercing in front of Sarah?
No, she's like the worst.
Oh, she might like try to push the lady while she's giving you your piercing.
Yeah, and if she saw me cry, she would tell everyone.
Oh my god, yeah, she is like the most mean girl. We've been called mean girls, but she is like the most mean girl.
She's the most mean girl.
Yeah, that's... She's real bad.
So, okay. Why don't we go to this store?
Yeah, let's go to Barnes & Noble.
Barnes & Noble. Oh, there's so many words in here that start with different letters.
Yeah. We're definitely not hitting the arcade again.
Oh my gosh, that gave me such a migraine.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're way too sensitive for that.
Yeah.
So, I just need to get like one book.
Sure. I'm getting really sleepy.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna catch some sleep.
Okay. Do you want to? I know there's the mattress discount center right around the way,
And they wouldn't even know.
Yeah. Let's go get you a little nap.
Okay.
A little napsy.
Later at the mattress store.
Oh my god, girl. Are you comfortable? I can get you some more pillows.
This is so comfy. Like,
Yeah?
Oh my god.
Is that a sleep number? Which one is this?
I think, yes, it is. I put it up to 32.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You're really gonna be counting those sheep.
I am.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I like to think of things that rhyme before I fall asleep. 3.
Yeah.
Cree.
She.
He.
Glee.
Glee.
Me.
Yes.
So I'm just so excited for this. Can I take a nap now too, or should we go somewhere else? I'm like,
I think let's go somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
I think maybe I could go to the arcade now and get some of those plushies.
oh, plushies, or should we just like buy one and then tell people that we won it at the claw machine?
Okay, yeah, let's do that because like we're gonna end up spending $30 already. Like anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, let's just go to like plushies fun time and get a plush.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Whoa.
but which one? There's so many.
There's an adult section at
Oh.
the plushie store. I didn't see this curtain last time we were here.
No, me either.
What? Okay, let's see what's behind the curtain.
I don't know. Well, okay.
I, the demon of the cursed scene. It seems you've got a suggested letter that's so rare you're now on improv purgatory. Would you like to put in a quarter and get another letter to finish your scene?
We'll be here forever. Now this is a machine I can
This
use.
is.
Yeah,
It does
here we
feel
go.
like we're in like the Lotus Casino, and this is never gonna end.
Input letter. P. Curse you in your cursed scene.
All right, let's go get our stuffed animal. Let's go buy it. I don't want like any of these like freak like plush penises.
Okay.
And that's no peace.
I just wanted to see how long it would go until Chris or Derek would end that. I was down to check out the whole mall.
We had like 20 more minutes of show left. Chris was kinder than I was. I'll have to let this go. Let's see what they do. That was fun.
It was.
No.
So we have one more game for you tonight. In this game, we're actually going to sing to you about some news stories. So you don't have to watch the news ever. You can just come to this monthly show and we'll tell you everything you need to know about 3 news stories that maybe happened that month.
We are the free press.
We are. So Chris is going to play some guitar. Derek and Ayla are going to be news anchors for us. And I'm going to basically be their teleprompter, but out loud, because we don't have one of those machines. And I didn't tell Jesse to do that. So, the first story you're going to sing about, everyone's heard, so we might as well get it out of the way. They found the rubble of the submarine.
Any more information?
They think the submarine imploded, and there are no survivors.
Welcome back to Singing You the News.
This just in, folks. We have gotten word on that missing submarine everyone has been hearing about.
Here's the tale of the rich millionaires who chose to dive down deep near the whales.
They say deep sea diving is reckless. Up to 40 people die each year. Deep sea diving.
Deep sea diving.
The search rescue went down, deep, deep down. Rubble, 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 they found some trouble.
The vessel was quite small. The whole thing could fit right across from here to there. They were trapped in a small, small place with no air.
Everyone's been wondering if they were any survivors.
No, there were no survivors. The Titan submarine imploded deep, and the Titan Submarine Company released a recent video that showed while a submarine was exploring on the bottom of the ocean, one of their engines was installed backwards. This company is not a good company. Don't explore the ocean with Titanic. Don't explore with the Titan unless you want to see.
Don't explore, don't explore, don't explore. You heard it here first, don't try this at home.
The grain.
All right, that was a great story. I don't need to know any more about that. The next story we have tonight, there was a Mexican restaurant off of Howe Avenue that hired a fake priest to get confessions out of their employees. And they now have to pay $140,000 to their employees for tricking them with a fake priest. We've gotten word of a few college students working at a restaurant off Howe. It was Levita's Cantina, and turns out some kids were mixed up in some mystery and some false things at work.
They were caught, yes, they were caught up in a lie that's only so American. Yeah, the American dream is running your small business and tricking your employees.
It seems that tricking employees has been on the rise for the last 3 months.
Yes, a crash rise in lying to your employees. Have you been taking money out of the tip jar, and have you cleaned the bathroom every hour? Well, we got this priest, yes, tell the priest what you've done. It'll be fun. Why don't you come with me? Step back here and we'll hang the sheet and tell the priest what you've done. Have you had fun? Too much fun at work? Tell the priest what you done. Did you have too much fun here at work? Come on, tell the priest what you done. Well, turns out the priest is an actor's son. Had too much fun. The priest wasn't done. We're caught, busted with a fake priest.
That was a really interesting story. Fake priest is funny.
What would you confess? This is the thing that I don't understand about that fake priest story. Okay, like, believe, okay, you work for a place with religious owners. They bring in a fake priest. So aren't you like fake confessing to fake things just because the fake priest is there? Like, yeah. You know what else I did? I didn't mop the floor.
I don't know if they really confessed. Like, did they, you know?
Yeah. And how dumb is that to confess to a priest like that? Like, this is like a on-call priest?
Some
It
people,
shows
you
up.
know, are really concerned about not this life.
And this priest is like, tell me about specifically your restaurant-related crimes against this business.
Yes,
I'm
so
a
didn't care
priest.
about anything else at all.
I will
Yeah.
damn your soul to hell. If you spit in the guacamole, you better tell me.
Okay, but this next one really is a doozy.
Worse than the Titanic sub and a fake priest?
It depends how you feel about this person. So, in international news, Taylor Swift will not be going to Canada on her tour. And a Republican, I don't know what they have, I don't know if it's a senator, but a Republican male put in a grievance, specifically, it might have even been a lawsuit or something very official, to persuade Taylor Swift to come. Oh, he said it was because they weren't getting a fair chance at the tourism that she brings to the country. And I love the fact that this was a Republican man.
In
And
Canada?
They have
Thank
Republicans.
you.
Canada.
Thank you. A
They have-
Republican Canadian.
They have multiple parties.
voted for former songs in
I don't know
one
if it's
place.
called Republican, but you
A
know.
conservative Canadian.
So Taylor
Conservative
Swift has
Canadian
the
man.
Canadian Republican Party begging.
Begging for her.
She replaced by Ron DeSantis, and they call him DeSantis.
Yes. So
Okay.
let's hear about a little more about this story.
Okay. Hmm.
I've lived here in Canada for all my life. Yes, I grew up here, and me and my wife live proudly in the Maple Leaf. We love hockey and lots of trees. We have one small hope. With all the power I possess here as a Republican Canadian senator, I have one great wish.
So tell me, sir, how disappointed were your kids when Taylor Swift said she would not be coming here?
My kids, they cried. My daughter, she's so proud when the tears rolled down her cheeks. She hid them in shame. She didn't want me to see. She ran and hid in the pantry.
Yes, sir, thank you for sharing. You're very brave for coming on TV and telling us. Now, how long did you cry when you heard Taylor Swift wasn't coming to your jurisdiction?
My tears soaked through my pillow and absorbed into my sheets.
But how long, as in minutes, hours?
So long I listened to Taylor's whole catalog.
So about 25
hours. Yeah, I suppose.
That must have been a very healing experience for you. 25 hours.
25 hours.
When I woke,
25 hours.
when I woke, all I could see was the blood flowing around 35.
25 hours.
Big, tall voice that
25
speaks my heart.
25
I see you, Taylor. Taylor, where are you? Will you come to me and bring a whole stage and bring your whole band? I've got my whole family. They're holding my hand and we're wanting to see you. We waited for hours for t-shirts. Please, Taylor, won't you sing at me?
Well, you see here, folks, seems like a refund won't be enough. We gotta get these folks another pop star stat. They're calling out for anyone who can make it. Maybe Demi Lovato or Lady Gaga or even Britney.
Brittany, come back to me.
Britney.
It's 9 o'clock! We
9
did
o'clock.
it!
Thank you all so much for coming to Bodi Pozi Comedy. Like I said,
Oh,
we'll
you
be
said
back.
the letter Z!
I finally did.
Zee.
I lost.
Did we announce the new name yet?
No, because I forgot what we decided.
I believe
Huddle,
the
huddle,
name
huddle, huddle,
is
huddle,
going
huddle.
to be the High Key Impressionables.
That's we're sticking to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
High
will be
key
back
impressionable.
The first weekend of August as the High Key Impressionables. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
A round of applause.
I'll sit right here till then.
No, they won't. There's a show coming up next.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Thank you.
That is it for Bodi Pozi Comedy. That's literally it for Bodi Pozi Comedy. But we got another show coming up in just a couple minutes. It's the Subject Line. Stand-up, storytelling. Should be a lot of fun. If you want to stick around, see me up at the bar. We'll upgrade you. Just a couple extra bucks. If you're done with us for the night, check out standupcomedytheater.com for a full calendar of events. We've got stuff live in person Thursdays through Sundays. And we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. Hope to see you again. Subject Line will start in about 7.5 minutes. Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the subject line. Please welcome to the stage your host, Jordan Quam.
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? I'm also very loud, so that doesn't matter. How you guys doing? Make some noise tonight. Come on. We are small but mighty, like my penis. We're gonna make it work, you know? We gotta make a dick joke in there somewhere, you know? How you guys doing? I'm your host, Jordan Quattlebaum. If you guys don't know what this show is, it's the subject line. We do this every month, and I like to give a challenge to the comedians a little bit. Every month we have a different subject, and we have to stick to that subject. This one's a little bit easy. It's story time. We want to come up here, tell you guys some stupid-ass stories. I'm sure you guys want to hear them. You guys have any interesting stories? You guys a couple? Yes. How long you guys been together? 5 years. Give it up for them. 5 years. I'm talking about. So you guys pretty close. Any embarrassing stories you want to expose him for? To this little crowd? So many people. Nothing? Oh. She's lying, but that's fine. I'm kidding. So you guys are pretty close. Like you guys can do like everything together, right? Could you shit in front of each other? That's love. Give it up for them. That's love, ladies and gentlemen. See, I wanted to prove my love to... I read online that if you are able to shit in front of a significant other, that means you love each other. You're close. So I went and shit in front of my girlfriend. She didn't like it because I did it in the bed. But, you know, it's a thought that counts. You know what I'm saying? Just jump right for the chest. I don't know. We're going to come up here and tell some jokes. I have a little bit of stories I wanted to say. For example, for the little bit of audience members in here, can you please give yourselves a round of applause for supporting live comedy? Seriously, it means the world. You're supporting all these motherfuckers' dreams and mine. Because some of us have to go work full-time jobs, then come here. So it really does mean a lot. Like, I have had some shitty jobs. I like my job right now. It's okay. I work for a pet store. It's pretty cool. Get to work with animals. The only thing I don't like is we're not allowed to call our customers customers. I have to call them neighbors. It's really fucking weird, and it has me conflicted. Because technically by law, like, if you're my neighbor... Does that mean I have to tell you I'm a registered sex offender? You know what I mean? It's weird. I used to work at a gym. That's why I'm so fucking yoked, you know? And, hey, okay, that was a bitch. No, you're not. I know, okay. I would get so much anxiety where I worked at the fucking front desk, okay? Leave me alone. But these big buff dudes would come in, and they're so intimidating. But, like, my therapist told me, like, you need to try making conversation. It helps with your anxiety. So I was like, just the next guy that came in, he had a whole bunch of tattoos, yoked up. I was like, yo, bro, I love your tattoo of Manny Pacquiao. He's like, that's my mother. And he wanted to beat my ass. He started coming at me. I was like, sir, if you fight me right now, you're only proving to me that your mother is Manny Pacquiao. I'm just saying. Not the worst job I've ever had. The worst job ever, I worked at Dollar General, and I'm from Stockton. So if you guys know anything about Stockton and Dollar Generals, tweaker fucking central, dude. Tweakers were our main customers. Like, we had this one tweaker that came in, and I'll never forget it. She came in sounding she kind of looked like him, too. She came in looking and sounding exactly like Little John. Like, seriously, the door's open. She comes in like, yeah. Excuse me. Why do all tweakers talk like they just took a Totino's pizza roll out the microwave? You know what I mean? And it's too hot, so they're like, you know what I mean? He's done it, you know what I mean? So she came and just, excuse me, where are your pussy products at? I'm like, what? And my manager comes up. I'm like, oh, thank God. He's like, yeah, they're going to be over on aisle 8. I'm like, you're going to let her in? She ain't got no shoes, no shirt, and you're still giving her service. What the fuck? And she actually bought stuff, but she bought the most weirdest shit. She bought tampons, condoms, some lube, and a cucumber. I'm like, what the hell? She goes, mind your business. I'm like, I'm sorry. She gets her shit and leaves, and my manager comes up to me. He's like, bro, why the fuck did she have a cucumber? I'm like, you know why she had a cucumber. Don't be surprised if tomorrow she comes back to return it and it's a pickle. I'm just saying, she looked nasty. Fucking, you guys are great. This is going great. All 4 of you. I'm going to do one more story, and then we'll get on with the show. I'm going to talk a little bit about my family. Anyone in here have really redneck relatives? Yeah? You got some redneck relatives? How redneck are we talking? Mr. Cookie. What was it? Oh, well, they got like an outhouse like fucking Shrek. Come take it. Like, don't go in there. Let me tell you what. I don't know. My family is in like fucking MAGA hat red. It's fucking bad, dude. My family is so redneck that on the front of their door of their house, they have a picture of a gun. And it says, in this house, we don't call 911. They mean that shit, bro. Like my grandma, she fell down the stairs the other day, started taking her to the hospital, put her down like Old Yeller. She's a cunt. You can laugh. It's fine. But the most redneck person in my family's got to be my cousin. Because I swear to God, in his room, above his bed, is a humongous American flag. And I'm like, listen, I love my country as much as the next guy. But how the fuck are you getting laid with that? Like, before you have sex, do you make your girl stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, you know? Like, he doesn't fuck for himself. He fucks for the troops, okay? Even if she tries to get on her knees to suck his dick, he kicks that bitch to the curb because no one takes a knee in front of the flag, okay? Speaking of the flag, my brother's in the Air Force. Godspeed, you know? And it's really annoying because growing up, he's always been the attractive one, the one that all the girls liked and shit. And now he's a fucking Air Force badass. It's like, shut up, you know? Like, go die on the field. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love it. But it's really annoying because he's always one-up me my entire life. Like, to this day. Like, we can't even have Christmas dinner without this man one-upping me. Like, he has all these... Like, I can't even tell you guys amazing stories. This man over here being like, yeah, I got locked in a gas chamber. I could take apart a gun and put it back together. Almost killed a man. You know, stuff like that. And my mom's like, whoa, that's amazing. What about you, Jordan? What did you do last week? And I just like, I told a dick joke at the bar the other night. Nobody laughed. They're like, you see what I mean? It's not the same. It's bullshit, dude. And he just brags about all these skills he can do. And he started going, like, he was like, oh yeah, I know how to do CPR. And under my breath, I was like, I can do that. And he heard me talking shit. So he's like, excuse me? You could do CPR. Okay. You take their body out of the water, put them on the ground. What's the first thing you do? And I'm not a fucking idiot. You put them in a bag of rice, right? That's what you do? You know that, sir? Is that what you do? We got a great show for you guys. Are you guys ready for some fucking story time, motherfuckers? Make some noise. Come on. Usually, I know you're supposed to be quiet in story time, but this is the opposite. Please make as much noise as you can. Make it loud for them, all right? We got some great fucking comics for you guys. Are you guys ready for your first comic of the night? Make some noise. Now make it a little louder. Make some noise. This guy coming to the stage. I fucking love this guy. He's super funny, super hilarious. Please get it loud and proud for Sean Crosco, ladies and gentlemen. Let him in.
Guys, keep it going for your host tonight, Jordan. Jordan, you know they don't call the cops on the hood either, right? Yeah. You guys having a good time? Yeah. That was a weird answer. He does nothing wrong. Blink 3 times if you need help. I'm just saying, he's got a face to him. He's got a face. No. I'm going to tell you guys a story about the first time I remember seeing it snow heavily in Sacramento. Has anyone ever seen it snow in the valley here? Like real snow, not just like a couple of, little things. You never seen it? So about, 20 years ago, it snowed a big bunch. And so the night before I saw it snow, I was hanging out with some kids. In high school, I was a rock star. That's why I'm a 38-year-old server comedian now. And so... No, they're jokes. You're supposed to laugh. So I got a call from one of the seniors while a freshman. They said, hey, you want to come hang out with us tonight? And I said, of course. Let's go. And so they picked me up. When they picked me up in the car, they said, hey, we're going to go get some shrooms. We're going to do shrooms tonight. I said, okay. I was square as a box of Apple Jacks, just from Indiana. I was like, yeah, shrooms? That sounds cool. Older kids, shrooms? I'm down. Let's do it. So if you ever bought drugs in the late 90s or early 2000s, it was never just a simple transaction. You go and get it. You always had to go pick up the guy that knew the guy to go get him. So we had to go out to Natomas and pick up the guy that knew the guy. And we get the guy in from Natomas. He gets in the car, and he is a cocaine dealer. And he says to everyone, you guys want to do some coke on the ride up? I'm like, yeah, I've never done cocaine before. I said, this sounds like a good time. So we were smoking a blunt, drinking some E&J, that's Irk and Jerk for some of those who don't know. And we're having a good time. We start doing some lines of coke, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. We show up to the shroom man's house. And they're like, how much shrooms do you guys want? And I don't know. I've never done shrooms before. So I was like, let me get a half ounce. That sounds, I mean, right? I don't know. Is that not right? Okay, no one stopped me. So they give me my half ounce of shrooms. I buy a Dr. Pepper, as I got tonight, to relive the memories. A Snickers bar, and I ate that half ounce of shrooms. I fucking hate mushrooms. Like the number one thing in the world. Not psychedelic ones, just mushrooms in general. I grew up on a farm in Indiana. I hate mushrooms with a passion. And I have to scarf down this nasty ass cow infested shit. And so okay, everything's going good. We start driving back to Sacramento from Roseville. It's like a 40-minute drive, and I start tripping. I'm tripping. I'm seeing things. The girl passenger seat in the back passenger seat with me is starting to look like Ben Franklin. I start calling her Ben Franklin. She doesn't want to be called Ben Franklin. I don't think girls like to be called Ben Franklin. And so we go back to the party house. Now the party house was owned by this prodigy. He was a college graduate or a high school graduate when he was 15 and was in college. And his parents live in the Bay Area, bought him a house in Sacramento so he could finish college here. And so we all went there and partied all the time. And so we're partying there. We're having fun. We're watching Fox TV. They had this one show back in the day called Craziest Home Video or Crazy Videos. And it was this walrus that had come up on the shore and was trying to make love to an S10 pickup. Right? And so it's up there and it's just giving it to this truck, right? No consent. And it looks over at me and it's like, yeah, Sean. And I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that without asking that truck nicely. Then all of a sudden, Chris's dad comes home. He shows up out of nowhere. He's there for the weekend. He kicks all of us out. So I got nowhere to go, you know? I'm 14 years old. I'm high off cocaine and mushrooms and smoking weed and irk and jerk, the least of my problems that night. And so this gentleman named Pat Pierce, who at the time I was beefing with. I don't know if you guys remember high school beef, but that's real. That's real, right? It was real. It was on site with Pat Pierce next time I seen him. Turns out I'm winning. He's a crackhead now. But anyways, at the time, it was on site. And Pat said, you know what? You can come stay at my house tonight. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm making great decisions, obviously, as you can tell. So I go to Pat Pierce's house. Pat Pierce's stepdad was affectionately known as Psycho Sid. Why? Because he was fucking psycho. He beat up a kid at a baseball game. Not the father, the kid. He beat up the kid. So we get into Pat's room and we go to sleep. And just before we're going to sleep, Pat liked to do ASMR with death metal music. Yeah, that's a certain kind of psycho. And so he puts on Slipknot and turns it on, and we go to bed. Not me, not me in my state. I start tripping, and I start tripping bad to the point where I get up and I start ripping things off the wall. I smash the TV on the ground. I take the stereo and fucking throw it down on the ground, breaking all this shit. Psycho Sid comes flying in the room, grabs me, throws me out of the house like fucking Will Smith and fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jazzy Jeff getting knocked, boom. And I'm small now, but I was even smaller then. So he was throwing me around like a rag doll. So he goes to take me home. But instead of taking me home, he drops me off across the street from my house at the park. And this is a park in Rosemont. Some of you may know of it. Some of you may not. It's called Man Love. So naturally, I'm standing there, 3 a.m, pants down around my ankles. I've peed myself at this point. And what am I doing? Yelling at God. That's when you talk to God. That's when you find Jesus. So as I'm sitting there yelling at God, I'm saying, oh, why, God? Why, Man Love? Why? And next thing I know, 4 cop cars come around the corner. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is just like Law and Order. What is going on? And they roll up and they jump out the car, and 2 of them pick me up and throw my ass down on the ground. And they go to put cuffs on me, but I had just broken my arm. So they got put flex cuffs on me. Then they throw me in the back of the car and sat there for what seemed like hours talking. They kept asking me questions, kept walking back over. I wouldn't tell them nothing. I was tripping. I didn't know what to do. So I figured I'd just keep my mouth shut. That's what I was told. That's what you're told in the streets. Keep your mouth shut. You don't talk to the people, right? Yeah. Wrong. Bad idea. Because what happens? They try taking me downtown to Maine jail. Yeah, so they do. They take me downtown to county jail. We go downstairs. We pull in downstairs. If you've ever been in, I'll give you a little tour. You pull in the basement. They take you into the booking room, and they sit me down next to this gentleman. This gentleman's pissed. He's sitting there yelling, fuck this, da-da-da. Come to find out, this guy was on the lam, that means the run from the cops, for 9 months for a triple homicide. Triple homicide. And I'm sitting next to him like, oh, shit. All of a sudden, I have a moment of clarity and go, hey, I'm 14 years old. My name's Sean. I'm 14 years old. I don't belong here. So the officer puts me back in the car and he takes me out to juvie. And then as we're in juvie, I'm walking into juvie as one does in my socks, underwear, pants and shoes, and a brown paper bag. And we're sitting there doing the little fill out. And he asks my address and I tell him and he drops a pin. He said, I picked you up across the street from your house? I said, yes, sir, you did. Yes, sir, you did. So he's like, fuck it, get back in the car, I'm taking you home. So we driving back to the house, cop calls my mom. Mom, there he goes, Miss Crosco, this officer, so-and-so, hangs up. My mom hung up on the cops, right? Yes, because the week before, somebody had played a prank on my family and pretended to be the cops, and my mom thought they were doing round 2 this week. No, so he has to call back. He's like, Miss Crosco, I have your son in the back of my car. That's how he leads this time. It's a better way to lead. And so we get back to the house. Cops go in and talk to my mom. They come back out there. I'll go inside. I was like, please take me to jail. Please take me to main jail. Take me to juvie. Drop me off in a field. Anywhere. And I walked back in that house, and my mom slapped the soberness into me. Just whap! I went and slept. It was about 6 in the morning. I slept till about noon. I woke up. We went to Sunrise Mall. If you guys remember Sunrise Mall, and it was still a real thing before it was just a Payless shoe store and a Jasper's. And they had Christmas trees for sale there. And as we're buying our Christmas tree, it began to snow. And that, guys, is the first time I've ever seen it snow in Sacramento. Thank you very much. My name's been Sean Crosco.
Keep it going for Sean, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Also wanted to welcome the new people in here. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? We just saw that you guys came in. You guys a couple right here? Oh, awesome. How long you guys been together? 3 weeks. I just noticed your hand. Are you okay? This is a story time show. Fisting? What's going on? It is Pride Month. What happened though, actually? Oh shit, you fucking goddamn warrior. Give it up for that. Well, thank you guys for coming out. It really means the world. We have plenty of stories for you guys. Are you guys ready for your next fucking comedian? Yeah. Nah, come on. You got to make it a little louder than that. You guys ready? Yeah. This next comic coming to the stage, I fucking love this guy. Dude, he throws shows all over fucking Sacramento. Super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Jesse Rivera, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? You good? Okay, now, Jordan, take it easy on them, man. They can only get so loud. There's like 8 of them. They can only get so loud. Okay, this is going to be a choose your adventure. I'm going to let you guys pick. I've got 2 stories. I'm going to let you guys pick which story you want to hear. Do you want to hear a story about puppies, or do you want to hear a story about a drug deal that went really bad? Whoa, does anybody want to hear the story about puppies? All right. Drug deal it is. It's funny that Sean would mention drugs in the 90s, because I don't know if you guys know this, because, I mean, you guys might all be too young, but weed in the 90s still wasn't legal. And it was really hard to get weed. And it was almost impossible to get weed in the town that I grew up in, town about 300 miles south of here, a town called Bakersfield, California. Ever heard of it? All the meth you want in the world, but weed was a hot commodity, and weed was going for like crazy prices. And I one summer made a friend through a friend through a friend who sold like not 1 pound of weed, 2 pounds of weed, 3 pounds of weed. He would sell like 10, 15 pounds of weed at a time. And so I had another friend who was just like dying trying to get 1 pound of weed. And I like had a bright idea. I was like, ooh, what if I just take this guy's money and go get a pound of weed and then bring it back to him and charge him, I don't know, $100 more, and I make $100. This is so easy. Like, what could possibly go wrong, right? Well, let me tell you. So I head over to my friend Trevor's house. His name was Trevor. I head over to Trevor's house. I'm like, Trevor, give me the $1,000. I'll go get the weed. And Trevor's like, I'm not giving you my $1,000. I'm going with you. And I was like, Trevor, now keep in mind, this is like 1992, 1993, right? Trevor is the whitest guy you've ever met in your life. And he wanted to go with me into the hood to get a pound of weed. Now, this is like 1992. This is like post Vanilla Ice, but before Eminem. So it wasn't a good time for white dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, white dudes still hadn't proven that they were cool yet in Bakersfield. So Trevor insists on going with me. And of all cars, he's driving a convertible Carmen Ghia. I barely fit, you guys, in this convertible Carmen Ghia, right? So I text the drug dealer, right? Or the weed dealer. He doesn't sell any drugs, he's selling weed. And he's like, okay, meet me at the Food for Less parking lot at 10:30 at night. I don't know if you guys have been in any Food for Less parking lot at 10:30 at night. It's the scariest place imaginable, right? So we pull up, and Trevor like walks over to the guy, and he gives him his $1,000. He's like, and he's waiting for his pound of weed. He's like, all right, I'll be right back. And Trevor like freaks out. He's like, wait a minute. How do I know that my $1,000 is safe with you? How do I know you're not going to drive off? And at that point, the weed dealer does two things. First, he shows Trevor his gun. And then secondly, he shows Trevor a stack of bills like that. And he said, because the 9 other guys that I'm getting pounds for trust me, so you should trust me too. And I was like, he's making a good point, Trevor. We should trust him. So the guy drives off, and he's gone 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 25 minutes. He's gone 30 minutes. This is before cell phones, you guys. All I could do is page the guy 911. That's like the most you could do, right? So we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, this is all bad, right? Horrible part of town. It's almost 11 o'clock. And out of nowhere, a carload of cholos parks on one side of us, and a carload of cholos parks on the other side of us. And I'm like, we're about to be surrounded. As I was thinking that, and then they just walked right by us. One of them looked at us because like we were in a Carmen Ghia, right? Just sitting there, right? And so the two groups kind of like meet in front of the Food for Less. And at this point, like 45 minutes have gone by, like no sign of the guy with the weed, right? But we're tripping out. And the two groups of guys, they start talking, and it starts escalating. And I look over at Trevor, and I'm like, this doesn't look good. He's like, I think they're about to. And right as he said that, boom, like the first punch gets thrown, and then the second punch gets thrown. And before we know it, like 20 dudes are just all out brawl, probably like from here to like where the sidewalk is, like not very far. Like we could hear, like you could hear, like it's like we could tell who's winning the fight, everything. Like we see people coming back. We're like, hey, that was dirty. He was on the ground, you know, and we're just sitting there like, oh shit, right? And it's getting bad. And this is the 90s, right? And they were like young kids, and they were just going at it. And Trevor looks at me, he's like, huh, at least they're not shooting each other. And I was like, yeah, you're right, right? And then like, just as he said that, like one of the group of the kids was like visibly losing the fight, right? And so they like threw in a couple more punches, and then like one by one, they all just started running, like not even back to their car. Like they must have been in their neighborhood, right? But they started running, like not even back to the car. They just started running. And it was at that point that I heard one of the guys from the other group yell to somebody who was still sitting in the car. I didn't realize there was still people sitting in cars, like back up, you know? He yelled to the guy in the car to the left of us. He said, I'm tired of playing with these fools. Bring me the fucking cuete. Does anybody know what a cuete is? Anyone? It's a gun, okay? A cuete is a gun. So one guy comes running back, and they're like right there. We see him hand him a gun, and then he takes off chasing them. And before we know it, there's nobody in the parking lot anymore, just these two empty cars. And we're like, fuck, that was scary, right? Like, what the fuck just happened? And Trevor's like, where's your friend with my fucking pound of weed? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that is the $1 million question, right? We're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like 3 blocks away, we hear like a car wreck. We hear people screaming, and we hear pop, 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 pop. We hear like 5 gunshots, and we're like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? And then after that, it's like dead silent. You can hear dogs howling, but you can't hear anything else anymore. And then out of nowhere, the guy pulls back into the parking lot. His windshield has 4 bullet holes in it. The hood is dented up, and one of the headlights is busted. And he pulls up next to us, and he looks at us, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here. I just ran over a cholo. I'll get this from you guys next week." And he throws a garbage bag into our car with not 1 pound, all 10 pounds of weed. And he takes off that way. He tells us to go this way. We waited like a week, and then I heard that the guy left to Mexico. And then we waited about 2 more weeks. Trevor and I were rich that summer. We sold it all, you guys, at really good prices, too. That's my story, guys. My name's Jesse Rivera. I got to go.
Keep it going for the drug lord, Jesse Rivera, ladies and gentlemen. The last 2 comics make this seem like you're watching AMC. This is fucking Breaking Bad now. I'm kind of scared, okay? All right, we got a couple more comics for you guys. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Now, this motherfucker he's one of my brothers from the 209, okay? I sound so white saying that. I apologize. He is one of my friends from the 209. But no, I fucking love this guy. This dude is so fucking funny. Super hilarious. Please give it up loud and proud for Patrick Ely, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this thing on? Yeah, cool. When I was a kid, up until I was about 17, my mom used to try to lose me. And the first one I remember, I was about 3.5, 4 years old. My mom took me to an Easter egg hunt at the neighborhood park and gave me a basket and said, "Go find some eggs with the other kids." And then she left. I didn't notice she left, and I hunted for eggs for a while and kept hunting for eggs, and kids kept leaving with their parents, and pretty soon I had more eggs than everybody, and no one was there. And the only person there was the Easter Bunny. So I went up to the Easter Bunny. I was a little worried because my mom was gone. And I asked the Easter Bunny, "Have you seen my mommy?" And the Easter Bunny turns around from this park bench that they were kind of stooped over, and Easter Bunny takes off their head. And I got scared shitless because I thought the Easter Bunny was really a bunny. I didn't know Santa was fake at this point. And it was an old lady underneath who immediately started chain smoking and just had a gravel voice. Didn't sound like I pictured bunnies. So she didn't know where my mom was. This was a long time ago, no cell phones, same as Jesse. And she ends up calling the cops, and the cops take me to the police station. They find my name written on the inside of my jacket and start trying to get a hold of my parents. My dad was nowhere to be found because he was in South America, kidnapped by the Brazilian mob. That's another story. And my mom eventually came home or answered the phone or whatever. I was like 4. I don't know the details. And she shows up at the police station that night. I was pretty weirded out, and she tells the cops that she forgot. So I went home with a very disappointed mother. Fast forward 20 years. I am now an adult trying to date women, and that's really fucked up, as you'd imagine, from a mother that's trying to lose you on a regular basis. And I've just gotten done with a pretty toxic relationship with an alcoholic, and I know that I need to do better. I need to find a girl that is nothing like my mom. And a buddy of mine who's a bit older than me said, "I think I've got the perfect girl for you. She's a guidance counselor at an elementary school." Sounds good, right? So I'm like, cool, let's do this. Sounds like a good starting point. And I meet this girl, and she was blonde and very plain. So I was pumped because if she was hot, high probability crazy. So wanted someone not very attractive. And that was a good start. And we go on a couple of dates. She's got like a young daughter, so that's actually a good sign to me because that means she has to hopefully be responsible, taking care of this kid. And on the third date, we end up having sex, and it was very vanilla, mediocre. So I was pumped. Again, you know, this might be someone different than my mom. We have sex 2 more times, all very plain, so it's wonderful, extremely underwhelming. And after the third time we've had sex, we're at her house, she's in her bathroom, and she's talking about how great it is that I've come into her life, how excited she is for everything, and I'm kind of agreeing. And then she comes out of the bathroom, still talking, and her teeth are missing. Still talking, no teeth. I look down into my left, her teeth are in her hands. Kind of disappointed. I'm also in shock, so she proceeds to tell me how her sister and boyfriend are coming to visit this weekend, and she is really excited for me to meet the family. And I'm just like, uh-huh. And I felt bad. So 2 days later, I show up at her house to meet the family. And I go out with the Toothless Wonder and the rest of the crew. And I end up getting blackout drunk because this was in Central Florida at the time. And we ended up at this Harley Davidson biker festival. And I found myself on a stage outdoors with a stripper who was pouring Jack Daniels out of a bottle she was holding with her pussy into my mouth. I was a much younger man. So anyway, I became blackout drunk, and I didn't remember what happened the rest of the night. I wake up the next morning at her house. Now, a side detail that's important to this story is because I knew I was going to be spending the night, I had brought my dog over the night before. I had a red-nosed pit bull that I'd rescued from the pound, very sweet dog, except he had some trauma like me. And if you brought him around, any other animal or small person would try to murder, and was successful a couple of times. So we traveled with his crate, and as long as his crate was there and his toy and his pillow, he'd go in there and just go to sleep. Everything was cool. So I wake up. I'm hungover, which I'm not hungover too often in those days. I was a much younger man. And in a bit of a stupor. And I hear the Toothless Wonder see me, and she's like, "Hey, last night was so wonderful. You were so awesome. I am so excited to reward you." And I see out of the corner of my eye her daughter, who is a baby, probably about 2 years old, playing with Nemo the pit bull. And I'm really still fucked up, so I don't really have my wits about me, but I know this is not a good idea. And the Toothless Wonder says, "They're best friends. This is so great. They've been playing all morning." And I'm like, okay. Then she walks over to me and walks me to the couch. As I do that, her daughter walks into Nemo's cage. That's not good. And I start to tell her that as she pulls my zipper down and proceeds to start giving me a blowjob. I was a much younger man. So I let this happen. I get very hard because of partially how fucked up the situation is. And remember, like, I'm very attracted to fucked up situations with fucked up women. And once I'm hard enough for her to feel like, you know, everything's a go, her daughter has gone into the cage of the pit bull. The pit bull has followed her in there, keeping a very close eye on her, and the tooth fairy walks over and locks the dog in the cage with the child. I say, this is really bad. And that's as far as I get. She doesn't realize I'm talking about the girl. She thinks I'm excited about how much of a bad girl she's being. And she proceeds to pull down her pants and sit on my cock in front of her child locked in the cage with my pit bull. I was a much younger man. So I fucked her. Probably about 2 minutes later, I've come. I can see clearly, finally. And I get out of there as fast as I can with Nemo the pit bull. I am never going to see this crazy bitch again. I get home. I realize I left Nemo's crate. Nemo's going to kill something within 24 hours if I don't get his crate. So I reach out to her. The next day, I go over to get her crate, Nemo's crate, his crate, pardon me. And on the way over, she had texted me, "I'm so excited you're coming over. I have a surprise for you." I didn't think much of it. I figured it'd be cookies because she was the vanilla toothless gorilla. So I get there, and she opens the door, and she has a bunny hat on like a furry. So I fucked the shit out of her. Childhood trauma. I was a much younger man. And then I got the crate, left, never saw her again, and I'm sorry I went over, but that's my story.
Keep it going for Patrick, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy that you mentioned this, but I have bunny ears in my car. Patrick? No. We could talk now. Like, they're not here. Who can... Keep it going for Patrick one more time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We are down to our last comic. Another fellow 209 fucking badass comedian. Are you guys ready? Remember, we're small but mighty. Are you guys ready? Let them know you're ready for him. Super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Cookie Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear it.
Now you clap for everybody all the way up here and stop short on me. You know what? Oh, we're gonna have a long talking in the car. How y'all doing? Hell yeah, I didn't know what I signed up for, and I still don't get the gist of this. Like, I don't. It went from happy to dark and weird, and I laughed all the way through. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be laughing at some of this stuff. It said a kid in a crate. I'm like, oh, like this is a bad idea. No. Okay, I got a story somewhere in here. I got a story. Okay, parenthood. Fuck it. Okay, check it out. We all grew up and things didn't go as planned. You know, like. I grew up watching TV. I don't know if y'all watched it, but I watched enough TV to know that my life did not do like 30-minute segments. You know, like Full House and Family Matters. Life was supposed to be like that. Like, happy, it's a problem, we fix it, we sing. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. But growing up, we stayed home. It was 4 kids watching each other. We had a house key, some frozen meat in the freezer, and a dog that one of us had to feed. Like, that's how it was growing up. But one of my times was like, you know, growing up, they tell you, you have kids and they're like, you know, don't do this, don't do that. You know, you trying to make sure nothing happens to this precious life. You know what I'm saying? Because they say children are a blessing. But like, I'm to that part in my life where I'm starting to think like people who say that ain't never been blessed. Because like, look, like, you know, kids are rough. So it's like sometimes when you grow up and you have your own kids, you realize like, hey, you know, maybe my parents weren't that bad. Like maybe I needed to be in that crate. Like, you know, I don't, you know, she was a toothless wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like she lost her teeth. I didn't want her to lose her kid. You know what I'm saying? But this story is about when I grew up and I went roller skating for the first time and all the rules that were broke that we had to learn growing up. So for instance, we were going roller skating. My mom's like, tonight you guys are gonna go with the neighbor kids. You guys are all gonna go roller skating. I'm like, hell yeah! Like we're gonna have fun. I was about 6 years old. So I'm like, we're going to the roller skating? Like, so roller skating was like, you felt like you were grown. Like, you didn't have to hold nobody's hand. You got to be at the roller skating ring. As long as you were in that building, it didn't matter what you was doing, you had freedom because you weren't underneath your parents, you know? And they were going to send me and my older sister off. So, you know, I was like, oh, we grown out here. We was 6 and 7. We was going to go without our parents. So, like, you know, I had to get my purse, and I went to the zoo with my uncle earlier, like a couple of weeks prior, and I had got this teddy bear purse, and I put it over my neck because, you know, I had to be out there stunting, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get my purse ready because my parents wasn't coming because we grown now, you know what I'm saying? So in my purse, I had my chapstick. I had one Chuck E. Cheese token. I didn't use it because they didn't take me to Chuck E. Cheese. I just had a leftover token. And I had a bubble gum cigarette because when I was stressed, I like to smoke and chew. So in this purse, I was ready to go, ready for, you know, whatever happened. I had a token to call my mom, chapstick in case my lips got dry, and my cigarette in case I got stressed out. And I had my older sister, so I was going to be okay, you know? My mom walks us over to this van. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I was like, Mom, should we be, this is a situation you told us to stay away from. Like, you know, like, that's a kidnapper van. They don't even have no back windows. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't even see who's inside, you know? As a kid, I know this is wrong, but she walking us to the van with a smile. I'm like, I'm starting to feel like Patrick. Like, are you trying to get rid of us? Like, this is not adding up. You know what I'm saying? So many Easter eggs we could find over here. So we walked to the van, and in the back of the van, there's no seats. I was like, okay, so, you know, more kids could fit. And I was like, I'm getting more scared. You know, like, this is crazy. So now we got all these kids in the back of the van. I got my teddy bear purse. There's no phones because I grew up in the 90s as well. And every left and right we're taking, the roller skates is just flying around in the back, just knocking kids out. So we just back there concussed, you know what I'm saying? And it's so dark and no seats, you know, seatbelts was not law. You didn't have to have no seatbelts. You just had to have your kids. Like, that was it. That was like the only thing you had to have. And then when we got there, they decided, like, you know, oh shit, we didn't make sure everybody was here before we left. So let's make sure everyone's here. The driver grabs a flashlight and she turns around and shines like the light on us, trying to make sure like who was back there and who hadn't been concussed. And it was like that bright light, you know. I was like, wow. So now I'm inside the roller skating ring, a little concussing down to the side. Like, this was not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have never came. But now as a parent, and I got 2 kids of my own, and I realized that I too fucked up. I would send those kids in that same van to the roller skating ring and let a roller skater whop one of them upside the head, because they don't listen. Like, they don't listen. I love my kids with all my heart, but like a little piece of my mind says stop. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care. Like, I know y'all got a little sister, a little cousin, somebody got a kid, and that person looks stressed out, whoever the parent is. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy on them. They didn't plan for these kids. It's just what happens over a fun night. You know what I'm saying? Because we're making dumb decisions, you know? I remember I was in a parking lot. We was smoking. Me and my husband were in a parking lot smoking weed because my mom didn't want us in her house. I mean, fair enough. You know? But we're in the parking lot smoking. I was getting ready for a show. And I see this car like two spots down, and they look all nervous, and I'm like, why are they looking so nervous? And it was weird. It was like a flashback. Like, they look like they belonged in another era. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't belong right now in 2000, where are we at, 23? I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't quite know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, it was like some Mexicans pull up, right? On both sides of us, and I'm like, what is gonna go on here? And I look across, and he don't know I seen him, but Jesse was in the car with somebody, right? He was trying to buy some weed. I was like, Jesse, what? It is not 1992. Go to the dispensary. Like, what are you doing out here? But me and my husband are so high, we're just watching this shit go down. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they threw 10 pounds of weed in his car and just take off. I'm like, what? So before they take off, because I know Jesse, you know, he just didn't know I was there, you know, in that parking lot. I ran over and knocked on his thing, like, hey, I see you got some weed on sale. Like, you know, like, Jesse, don't play. You need some gas when you get home. You know, like, sell your girl a pound for discount. You know what I'm saying? Because I like smoking weed, too. But I just, you know, I told that story because, first of all, I didn't realize that we had to tell a story, even though it says storytelling time. I seen storytelling time, and I was just like, okay, what's the topic? Like, and then I got here, he was like, tell a story. I was like, oh shit, I could have prepared. Like, I really could have prepared. No, but my story was about kids need to get whopped upside the head with a skate every now in the back of a kidnapping van, and maybe they act right for their parents, you know, or call it a dog crate, whatever you want to call it. Hey, y'all, I'm Cookie Williams. That's my time. Thank you.
One more time for Cookie Williams, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a good time? What was your favorite part? I like that part too. So, but no, we got good news. We're taking July off, but after July, we're going to start being the first Saturday of every month at 9 p.m. So if you guys ever want to come back, August 5th is going to be our next show. We're going to do dark jokes that time. So yeah, so August 5th, you want to see some dark humor, come on out, and we're going to start being the first Saturday of every month at 9 p.m. But before I go, I like to ask the audience, and I take this down. What topics would you want to hear comics talk about for the future? Any ideas?
1976
Go fuck yourself. Okay, I don't know sports. Fuck you. Anything actually like a topic? What was that? Poop stories. We're getting somewhere. Hang on, I just want to say this is the fourth time I've done this, and at least every single time there's been someone who goes, "Come," and it's like we can't talk. 5 comics can't talk about cum for 8 minutes straight. Yeah, we can, but it won't be good. Anything else? So, pooping stories. 1976. Mark, your autism hurts me. On that note, I guess I was hoping to be like, yeah, talk about this. Like, no, fucking shitting your pants in the Oakland A's. All right, well, that's been our show. Thank you guys so much. And just like a story, this is the end. I know. Well, I thought it would be cooler. I regret it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Get up for all you comedians you guys see tonight. Keep it going for Stab. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody. That is it for us for tonight. But if you want to check out some more, come back tomorrow, 9 o'clock. It's LOLGBT Plus presents #SCFU, drag, stand-up. It's a lot of fun. Otherwise, check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. So check us out, stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. Have a good night, everybody. Let's see, online audience. Hey, online audience. Do we have anybody? Let's just send you over to Booty. I got nothing specific. Let's send you guys over. Hold on.